And I'll give you the thumbs up when it.
Hello, my name is Adrian Rodriguez. I'm an assistant chief with the Houston Police Department. I want to first start off and say that everything that we have right now is preliminary information. It's still a very fluid scene with many moving pieces that we're trying to piece together. As you can see behind me, it's still an active scene. The facts of the case that we have right now are at 8:29 a.m. we received a call of a major accident involving 4 vehicles. Behind me, as you can see, the suspect's vehicle was a white SUV, and we're getting reports from witnesses that the suspect exited his SUV after causing this accident and fired rounds in the air. He then carjacked a black SUV and fled from this scene onto 45 North. A couple blocks north on Woodridge, he carjacked another black SUV. I'm not sure if it was involving another accident or that vehicle was just disabled. That will be in our investigation. So he carjacked another vehicle at gunpoint. It was another black SUV, went further north on 45. Our officers got the general broadcast on the radio to be on the lookout for this vehicle. Our officers were actively looking for this vehicle, making attempts to see what direction of travel he went. I want to say a big thank you to Precinct 1, who heard our broadcast and was able to locate the third scene where he was actually attempting to carjack another white Dodge Ram that was stranded on the freeway right in front of George R. Brown on 59 heading northbound. So as he's attempting to carjack that vehicle, the Precinct 1 constable comes up to the suspect and is able to get this suspect arrested and secured without any further incident at that location. I do want to say right now that we do have a deceased black female that was deceased in this vehicle, one of the vehicles behind us. Unfortunately, these are holiday seasons and it's going to be tough for their family to deal with this loss. Our hearts and our prayers go out to this family, and we ask the Houstonians to please pray for this family during this difficult time in their lives. As of all the other information that we have, it's going to be a very long, drawn-out investigation. We expect several felony charges to be placed on this individual, and we'll see what the DA charges this individual with. That's all I have for now. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Did he hit the black car first and then kind of started the chain reaction? Was there multiple?
So that we don't have that determined right now as of how the accident happened, but we do have our vehicular crimes division piecing out, taking photographs to recreate how the accident actually occurred, and that will be determined later on in the investigation how exactly that accident occurred.
And you mentioned that witnesses said he was shooting in the air. Any indication that the lady in the car might have been shot, or does it appear to just be the impact of the accident?
So I don't know the answer to that question. We're still going to wait on the medical examiner, and all the notifications have to go out to be respectful of her family and make sure that they're notified of her situation.
Any other injuries other than the fatality you spoke of?
So the suspect had minor injuries, and he was transported to a local hospital where our officers are with him at this moment.
Everyone out here is okay?
Everyone out here is okay, but we're the people that you see out here are witnesses to this very big scene that we have. So it's going to be a long, drawn-out scene. I ask everybody, the Houstonians, to pack their patience. This is going to be closed off for quite some time. I can't even give you a timeline because it's going to be a long, drawn-out scene. So please find different routes to get to wherever you need to go.
Preliminary suspect shot. You don't think it hit him?
So as of now, I don't have that information. The reports I have is that he got out the SUV and started firing shots in the air and then carjacked a individual at gunpoint. And that was a black SUV that he carjacked, and then he carjacked a second SUV at gunpoint.
So your deceased was because of the crash?
Correct.
Chief, so literally there was no actual act of chase, there was an actual search for the vehicle?
Yes. There was no police pursuit. this was a major accident, and as a result of that, we're looking for the guy that failed to stop and give information, and in turn, carjack somebody at gunpoint. So
Have witnesses said, like, is he going fast?
there are witnesses saying that he was driving erratic. Again, that's going to be determined in the investigation when we gather all the statements and reconstruct this accident. Of course, we have Captain Crawford behind me. She's the captain over the Vehicular Crimes Division, and her team is going to be in charge of the accident. And then we'll have other divisions looking at different crimes that were committed today. Yes. Yeah, it's very important because we need to piece all the stories together to make sure that we get the complete parts of the investigation. So if you did not stay and you do have information, we ask that you call 713-222-TIPS and see if you could give us whatever information that you have. It'd be very helpful for us to get this guy charged with the appropriate charges.
And you did say that white SUV was his car, it wasn't a stolen vehicle?
Yes, the white SUV is, I haven't determined that. I'm sorry. You're asking if that vehicle belongs to the suspect?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that information yet, so that'll be revealed in the investigation. Correct, yes.
No, not till he's charged. Okay, are we good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.